Good morning, and thank you for tuning in to the March 19th City of Janesville COVID-19 Community Brief. My name is Brian Schweigel, and I'm the Planning Section Chief for this operational period. I'll begin by reading our incident objectives for the current operational period. Number 1, safeguard the community, including residents, businesses, and visitors. Number 2, deter the spread of COVID-19 within capabilities. Number 3, provide essential services to the community. And number 4, safeguard City of Janesville employees and preserve our city service power. We'll now hear from each of our EOC leadership team, beginning with our Operations Section Chief.
Good morning, Mandy Bonneville, Operations Section Chief. Currently, all essential city services are being provided at sufficient staffing levels. Thank you very much. End of brief.
Thank you, Mandy. Next is our Situation Unit Leader, Maggie Dar.
Thank you, Brian. Good morning. Maggie Dar, Situation Unit Leader for this incident. The city continues to closely monitor our staffing levels, how many employees are working from home, sick, etc. And this supports our objective of ensuring we can provide essential city services and allows us to respond and adapt as the situation may progress. We're also closely monitoring levels of personal protective equipment, or PPE, that keeps our employees safe and allows them to continue to serve. Regarding city services, we have no changes from yesterday. Recreation programs are canceled, senior center is closed, ice arena is closed, Hedberg Public Library is closed. JTS is operating fewer school routes but continues to operate and enhance their cleaning protocols. Recreation is canceling all permitted events for gatherings of more than 10 people. And the public is prohibited from entering all 5 fire stations as well as the JTS Transfer Center lobby at this time. Weather reports, we have potential for severe storms today with rain beginning earlier this afternoon and thunderstorms potential for this evening. Infrastructure reports, we have no significant infrastructure issues that we are dealing with. Alliant Energy continues to provide essential services to customers. We are making contact with all the parochial schools in town to ensure that they know we're here for them and find out if they have any concerns. We're in close contact with grocery stores. They've reported shortages of sanitizing solutions and antibacterial products, but not food shortages. They're also taking measures to limit close customer contacts. We're in close contact with the hospitals, and they are doing everything they can to prepare for a potential influx of patients. From the most recent report from the Wisconsin DHS, there are currently officially 106 positive cases in Wisconsin, but no deaths, and this is up from 72 confirmed cases on March 17th. End of brief.
Thanks, Maggie. Next up is our Logistics Section Chief, Fred Hookham.
Good morning, Logistics Section Chief Fred Hookham. Logistics continues to procure and distribute personal protective equipment to city staff in order to support and maintain essential city operations. End of brief. Thank you.
Thank you, Fred. Next is our Public Information Officer, Molly Nolte.
Molly Nolte, Public Information Officer. The city will continue to provide updates about city services, closures, and other helpful community information on the city's website, via press release email, on Facebook and Twitter. To sign up for our press releases, please visit our city's website /email lists. If you have questions, please call the Community Support Hotline at 608-373-6027, daily from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. End of brief.
Thank you, Molly. Next is our Finance Administration Section Chief, Steve Waniger.
Good morning, Finance Administration Section Chief Steve Waniger. As of the end of the day yesterday, our EOC response team has logged 827 hours in response to this, and estimated expenses for yesterday are $45,923. End of brief.
Thank you, Steve. Next up is our Safety Officer, Battalion Chief Ryan Murphy.
Good morning, Ryan Murphy, Safety Officer. We just want to remind everybody to continue to keep their hands clean, wash your hands often with soap and water for at least 20 seconds, especially after you have been in a public place or coughing or sneezing. If soap and water are not readily available, use hand sanitizer that contains at least 60% alcohol. Avoid touching your eyes, nose, and mouth with unwashed hands. Avoid close contact with people who are sick. Create space between yourself and other people. Maintain a 6-foot social distancing. This is especially important for people who are at higher risk of getting very sick. Facilities, workplaces, and homes, workspaces, and residences should be thoroughly cleaned daily with approved EPA cleansers, or as needed, high-touch surfaces should be cleaned with a higher frequency. End of brief.
Thank you, Ryan. Next, we'll hear from our incident commander, former director for emergency management for the state of Missouri, and a member of FEMA's Blue Response Team, Fire Chief Rhodes.
Thank you. Good morning. Hi, Ernie Rhodes, Incident Commander for the COVID-19 response for the city of Janesville. Hey, this morning I went to several stores to walk through the aisles and see what's going on, and I can tell you that there's plenty of food in the stores. What we're missing are wipes and disinfectant, and obviously toilet paper, which you've seen all over the media. So I think it's really important too. I'd like to ask you that if you go to the store today, thank our food workers for their service. I know some of them are working a lot of overtime, so it'd be really good to appreciate some of those folks because they're a part of this success story that we're going to see at the end of this event. The supply chain will definitely catch up. If you're in the community and we have a community support line, if you're an elderly or a person that has functional disability challenges, please call our community support line at 608-373-6027 or 211. If you need food, medicines, help, call this line. We will try to get somebody to help you. It's very important that we don't forget about folks that may not have some of the capability, and that reminds me that if you think your neighbor needs help and you haven't seen them outside or they're not moving around much, call the 608 number, 373-6027, so maybe we'll run by and check on them, all right? I can tell you that we are very well organized in the city of Janesville right now at the Emergency Operations Center. We are using incident command practices and planning that are, I would consider, best practices according to the National Incident Management System framework. And I can tell you that we seriously and are sincerely prepared as much as we can be right now for maintaining our objectives of response. We're a really resilient community, and I know that I will eventually start to get tired, and that reminds me to give each other grace. I think it's really important. Remember, we're out of our habits, right? Give everybody a little space. People may get a little angry, a little sharp, but just remember to give each other grace. We are a very resilient community, and I know that we're going to work through this really well. You have a very strong team here at the City of Janesville. Thank you.
Thank you, Chief Rhodes. Next, we'll hear from City Manager Mark Freitag.
Thanks, Brian, and good morning, everybody. I'm City Manager Mark Freitag. I just wanted to provide a couple updates, certainly to our city team and to the community at large. And first of all, I would tell you that if you're sick, please don't come to city facilities. I say again, if you're sick, please don't come to city facilities. I would also offer that one of the questions we've been fielded here recently on our community support line have been questions associated with, I'm feeling the following symptoms, what should I do? And what I would tell people and what our community support line folks are telling folks is contact your healthcare provider. If you don't know how to contact that healthcare provider, we'll certainly help you make that connection. But if you're feeling symptomatic or you're feeling sick, please contact your healthcare provider and follow instructions from that professional. Next thing is communication. What the city is all about is making sure that we communicate to our constituents, to the community at large. We want to make sure that the information that we provided is accurate, that it's timely, and most importantly, that it's factual. And so if you have questions out there in the community, please contact the city at that community support line, and we'll be happy to get you correct information. But I'd also remind you, if you don't want to give them a call, you can also get that information on any of our social media accounts, so Facebook, Twitter, Nixle. If you go to our city website, streaming at the top is a banner that will link you to all things COVID-19 and information about the city. And so we're trying to put information out there, and we want to be the community source for accurate, factual, and timely information. And so please use that resource. The last thing I want to talk to the staff specifically about, but share with the community, and that is last night I looked at 2 different plans as far as how we start to reduce some of our non-essential services. I say again, non-essential services, and the purpose in that would be simply to limit exposure of city employees to the greater population. Don't like going down that path, but it seems like the prudent thing to do for the community and certainly for our city team, because we want our city team to remain healthy throughout this so that we can continue to deliver those essential services. And so look for information coming out here in the next couple days as far as what non-essential services we're going to start to reduce just to limit that exposure. More information also on city facilities and interaction with the public at our customer service windows. Taking a look at that, and we may see a reduction in those customer service interaction opportunities at city facilities. And so those are things we're working on. That's the purpose of our EOC team, of vetting through those things and bringing good recommendations to me. I don't take those decisions lightly. I think it's very, very important that we continue to serve this community as we always do, to the utmost professionalism and empathy that they expect out of our city team. And so keep doing what you're doing, City of Janesville employees. We'll provide you updates on what's going on, and to the community that's listening, you're in good hands with the City of Janesville. Thanks, Brian.
Thank you, Mark. And again, thank you for tuning in to this morning's briefing. That concludes this morning's briefing. Thank you.